Ntuthuko Shoba is expected to face tough questions today at the High Court sitting in Johannesburg. That's as the state will start its cross-examination. It's alleging that Shoba is the mastermind behind the murder of his then 8 months pregnant girlfriend, Tshegofatso Pule, who was found hanging from a tree in Durban Deep. Mnisi has been watching the story for us live once again from just outside court. And Linda, before we look ahead to today, let's look back at yesterday. Part of what we heard is Ntuthuko Shoba denying that he knew who Tshegofatso Pule left with on the day that she went missing.
And that's quite interesting, Ayanda, given the fact that he did indeed confirm that earlier in that particular day, that is the 4th of June, he did go to Muzagaisa Malepane's home, where he had gone there to, acquire or buy illicit cigarettes. Now, he did say that they had an interaction, but he ended up not, getting those cigarettes. But the point I'm trying to make here, Ayanda, is that he mentions that he was with Muzagaisa Malepane later in the day, but of course saying that on the night when Tshegofatso Pule was picked up, he walked her out, because he indicates that earlier, before they walked out, she said she made mention that her transport had arrived, and he was surprised as to how she could call her own transport, given that on other occasions there's a situation where he would usually get transport for her, call an Uber or make any other means. But as they walked out, he says he stood about 7 to 8 meters away from the vehicle. The driver of that grey Jeep was wearing a cap and a mask, and he couldn't really identify who it was. Even if it was Muzagaisa Malepane, he wouldn't have seen him. But he also goes on to say that based on the interaction that Tshegofatso had with the driver of that said vehicle, he assumed that they knew each other. Now, we've heard Muzagaisa Malepane previously telling the same court that he didn't know Pule, and even her numbers, he got them from Ntuthuko Shoba on the day when she was initially supposed to be killed. She didn't even pitch on that particular day. He did say he had no reason to pick up Tshegofatso Pule because he didn't know her.
Yeah, today's developments are important because the state will finally be able to pose questions directly to Ntuthuko Shoba. That's going to be important in a context where we've heard of the kind of interaction that Shoba had with Pule, at the very least on WhatsApp.
Yeah, indeed. We saw Ntuthuko Shoba over the past 2 days, in fact, cruising through his testimony. It's the defense's evidence in chief, taking through the court through, the relationship, how it started, when he met Tshegofatso, and the circumstances and under which circumstances he met Tshegofatso, saying that he met her in winter, in 2018. This is the same year that his girlfriend's mother had been diagnosed with cancer, period, which is described as very difficult. But yesterday we heard, him going through his conversations with Tshegofatso Pule. These are conversations between the two of them. And I want us to take a listen to one of the conversations, particularly around the abortion issue. You'll remember it was quite a sensitive issue, and one at the core of this case, given the fact that he did in fact say that he made his stance clear that they wouldn't be going to the route of an abortion. Let's take a listen.
Well, Linda, we'll try to bring that clip to our viewers in the course of the program, especially considering that it's important context as we look ahead to that potential grilling. But for now, thanks very much indeed, Linda Mnisi, live to us there from just outside the High Court sitting in Johannesburg.